السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته وعن أو نفسن إذا لهانتين بعمل كستوات جوكتان كسر دوادة سومالي تي في أو ست توسا إذن كجاي منيا مقالة مينيابوليس كل كمينيسوتا يدل كمرايكن كا برامج كنا لما أنت وحا وكسر سنة هاي الرماها وحبرشدا وحنا مرتين وقوة Maamulaha Dugsiga Heritage STEM Academy in Minneapolis Public Schools Michael Luseni. Michael wuxuu nooga warrami doonaa Heritage STEM Academy goortii la soo aasaasay ciddii aasaastay iyo marxaladiisa hadda halka ay marayso iyo waliba sida uu uga turjumayo dhaqanka iyo baahida dadka Soomaaliyeed ee ku nool koonfurta magaalada Minneapolis iyo magaalada Minneapolis guud ahaan waana halka iskuul kaliya ay Soomaalida ku leeyihiin iskuulada Minneapolis Public Schools. برنامج واحد اللي سعودي أنا وعبد الرزاق مرسل حكى فرصة مدنا وإنجنير سعيد صالح. أيضا كان داور شوعان. Michael, welcome to the studio first.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, could you give us a brief background about Heritage STEM Academy? When was it established? Who established? And why was it established?
Well, assalamu alaikum to everybody out there listening. I'm happy to be here to talk about a school that is really dear to my heart. Heritage started a few years ago by the Somali community because the community felt it was important to have a STEM academy that was focused on their children. So the group of community members got together and established this school. And then a few years later, Minneapolis Public School took over the school. And since 2015, Minneapolis Public School have owned this school. So this is not a charter school. It is not an alternative school. It is a Minneapolis Public School.
So you mentioned that Heritage STEM Academy is a STEM. So how is it different from other schools?
So at Heritage, we focus on science, technology, engineering, and math. And the focus for us is how can we get our students to begin imagining what STEM looks like in all of their classes. That's the focus. We talk a little bit about STEM literacy. It's not so much about the computers. It's not so much about the drones, about coding. It's about our students' ability to navigate STEM in the world that is around them. What does STEM mean when I'm reading, say, a book?
Okay.
What does STEM mean when I'm doing math?
Yeah.
What does STEM means when I in my science class?
Right.
So we try to bring STEM to life by having our students interface with STEM in a different way.
All right. So this is a STEM school serves largely the Somali population in the Minneapolis area.
Correct.
And I know this school is not competing with other charter schools, but if you can get a little bit, how is it different from other charter schools?
So we are unique because we are a public schools that is devoted to science,
Right.
technology, engineering, and math. And as such, we have the resources to make sure our students are getting the best that is out there. We have teachers that are dedicated. We have teachers that are really phenomenal in what they're doing as a school. And we're creating an environment where every child can come to Heritage and be able to see their way through the future. So as a ninth grader, when I come to Heritage, the first question I may want to ask or I may want to know is I'm in a STEM school, what's my future?
Right.
What is it going to look like? And our job at Heritage is to show that young person what their future will look like if they want to be in a STEM field down the line.
That seems very interesting to me. And the other thing I would like to ask is the Somali community have a unique culture in terms of religion and in terms of their own background culture. So does the school accommodate this kind of culture, and how do you make sure that that happens at the school?
Yeah, so we accommodate, I would not use the word accommodate when we're talking about culture. I think we live the culture. We are part of the culture. Our school exudes the culture our students are coming from. So for us is if a student walk into Heritage or family walks into Heritage, they need to feel that they are at home. They need to feel that they are part of the community of Heritage. And we have courses specifically related to Somali language, but we also have Somali studies, where we create an opportunity for students to learn about Somalia and learn about how Somalia was founded, the region in Somalia, I'm sorry. And then we talk a lot about the language. Some of our students are here can speak the language but can't read the language. So our goal at Heritage is to create an opportunities for some of our students to be able to read Somali at a high level.
Okay, so how do the parents feel, or what's their experience when it comes to Heritage?
Well, our parents are unique because they love Heritage. We tend to get a lot of our new students from parent referrals. We have a very unique culture. We have a very unique understanding at Heritage, and the culture at Heritage is we take care of each other.
Right.
They believe that Heritage is a school where they are seen, they are heard, and they're understood.
Okay. So what are some of the successes that Heritage and its leadership or the students have achieved so far at the school? Heritage students.
Yeah, we in terms of
graduation, in terms of college and career, that's
so graduation. Our graduation rate has always exceeded the district rate. For a few years now, we've been in the 90s, 96%, 94% graduation rate. We graduate our students on a high level, and our students tend to stay in college after the first year of college, about 76%, which is way above the district and the state average. But, you know, one of the things we pride ourselves on is making sure that every student at Heritage is going to a post-secondary institution before they leave us. If they decided that they want to go to college, that opportunity will be granted. If they decide that they want to get an apprenticeship, we have the capacity to create opportunities for that young person to realize that.
So they study university level courses while they are still at Heritage?
Yes. So we have some partnerships with the universities in the area that students can at 10th grade, second semester can start taking college courses, and they can determine with their families and a school counselor if they want to do a full-time when they get to 11th grade or 12th grade.
Is that going to cost them money, or it's free?
It's absolutely free. The district pays for the college tuition for those students, including books and all the materials they need for the courses they have. So
that's great. I want to talk about in terms of the challenges that Heritage faces. And one of the challenges I know is in terms of enrollment, and we need to have this school specifically for the Somali community. So how can we, why is it important to have this school for the Somali community in the district?
Well, you know, as a public school, we want to make sure that we have as a community, we want to create opportunities for members of the community to send their children to a school that they believe in.
Right.
And Heritage, we believe that Heritage is one of those schools that we want our community to see as a school that's representing their community. So for us, Heritage is almost like part of the fabric of the Somali community, right?
Right.
And the goal is to create this partnership in such a way that the community embrace what Heritage has to offer without getting in competition with other schools within the community. I mean, other charter schools, right? We want to be that school where a parent can say, you know, after my child leave 8th grade, I want my child to go to Heritage Academy because of all of the support, because of the Somali culture that we have there.
Okay, if the parents are willing to come to Heritage and see what's going on, is the doors open for them anytime?
Anytime. Parents can come in anytime. Fridays, we are most accommodating Fridays because we are available anytime after 11:30 on Fridays. But a parent can come in at any time and say, I want to, you know, take a tour of the school, and we will be happy to walk that parent through the school.
Where is the school located?
We are located on Chicago Avenue and 34th. We're on the corner there. It's in the old Wildlife Complex.
South Minneapolis.
South Minneapolis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a specific message that you want to send to the Somali community?
Well, one of the things we want to do is create an opportunity for the community to embrace our school. We want to welcome the community at Heritage at any time, and we want to have an open dialogue of what Heritage means to our community. This school is a school that was built for or developed for the Somali community, and we really want the community to embrace this school as we move forward.
Thank you so much, Michael.
You're welcome.
We will have you many times at the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. daawadayaal intaasi waxaa ku dhan barnaamijkii koobnaa oo aynu ku wareysanaynay maamulaha iskuulka Heritage STEM Academy oo ku yaala 34ka iyo Chicago Avenue ee South Minneapolis. iskuulkani sidaad maqlaysaan carruurta dhigata badankood waa Soomaali waxayna dhigtaan waxa loo yaqaan STEM. STEM waxay u taagan tahay science, technology, engineering iyo math. haddaba haddii aad macluumaad dheeri ah aad doonaysid inaad iskuulkaasi kala socoto waxaad nagala soo xiriiri kartaa ama maamulahaad kala soo xiriiri kartaa telefoonka shaashada idinka muuqda, ama haddaad rabtaan inaad soo booqataan isla telefoonka soo waca addresskana waa idin siinaya. barnaamijka waxaa la socodsiinaya anigoo Cabdirasaaq Sheekh Mursal, xagga farsamadana waa injineer Saciid Saalax iyo Ismaaciil Muuse. intaanu barnaamijkan mid la mid ah dib hawada ugu kulmi doonana waxaanu idinkaga tegaynaa sida nabadgelyo. wassalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi wabarakaatu.